So there are so many misconceptions. There are so many misconceptions that a lot of people have about studying in the UK that are not true. And one of the most common one in Nigeria is studying in the UK is easy. It is simple. It's not hard. You don't even have to read like that. It's very simple. I laugh. I laugh. In this video, hopefully I'll be addressing some of those misconceptions and then just sharing with you what no one tells you about studying in the UK that you should know of before you come here, or you'll be able to relate to if you're a student here. And don't forget to smash the like button or the subscribe button so that this video can reach other people as well. Okay, let's get right into the video. So the very first thing no one tells you about studying in the UK is the fact that you will read. You will read, and read. You will read articles, you will read textbooks, you will read notebooks, you will go to the library, you will borrow more books, you will read. I just need to make that very clear so nobody's confused and feel like, oh, coming here will be easy, like it's way easier than studying in Nigeria. That's a big fat lie. This is the first and the most important right now, especially if you'll be studying something a bit different from your background. Like if, for example, you're coming here for your master's and you're switching from one course to a different course, oh my God in heaven, you're gonna read. So just have it at the back of your mind. I think I need to stop saying it because I feel I'm scaring some people, but you're going to read. Before we go on, ensure you get to the very last point, because the very last point is the most important one and I feel will be helpful to you if you listen to it, okay? The second thing no one tells you about studying in the UK is the fact that you will write. You will write articles, you write 3,000 word reports, you write 5,000 word reports, you will do a lot of research so you can write those articles, so you can write those reports, so you can write the essays. You're gonna do a lot of writing. So if you don't like to write, there's no point coming to study in the UK. Third thing no one tells you about studying in the UK is the fact that you cannot plagiarize. You cannot copy someone's work and paste it and submit it and get an A. It doesn't work that way. You would have to write things in your own words. You would just have to read and then bring all of them together and then put it in your words, because you cannot plagiarize. There's this software where you submit your assignments. It indexes all the articles, all the publications, everything on the web to find similarity. So the score of the similarity checker just tells how authentic your work is. So if the similarity checker says 17% similarity, it means that 83% of that is your original writing. You get? So you cannot plagiarize. I know some schools in Nigeria, private schools precisely, they have these software when they submit their assignments online and all of that. But most federal schools in Nigeria and polytechnic, we do not have that. So many people I know used to having their works like completely, they are writing their articles, their reports completely vetted for plagiarism. But trust me, when you come here, your first assignment, when you submit it, it's gonna tell you, and you'll be shocked. You'll see like 50% similarity, and then you would have to edit it. Like there's a level for each course, I think. For us, it is 20% similarity. So if it's more than 20% similarity, I would have to work on my article and then ensure it is below 20% similarity. You cannot plagiarize. Yeah. So apart from private schools in Nigeria that have it, if you attended a federal university in Nigeria and your university uses the plagiarism software, please drop a comment below. Let me know the name of that university, because my university was like a very new university and then we had a lot of IT and technology facilities, but we did not have the plagiarism checker. So if your university in Nigeria had it, please drop a comment down below. Let me know that our schools are upgrading. Okay, number 4. The fourth thing the fourth thing they won't tell you before you come here is that you may struggle. you may struggle, and it might be a lot for your mind to handle, especially if you're already coming with the whole mindset of studying in the UK is gonna be easy. And then reality hits you and it's not as easy as you expected. So you might struggle with the whole educational system, the way it's different, the way the courses are structured, the way your lecturers interact with you, the way they expect you to answer questions in class, they expect everybody to participate. Like, a lot of things might be different for you, and you may struggle at first, and that is fine. It's all part of the process of adapting to a new learning environment. Okay, the fifth thing no one tells you about studying here is that you may become frustrated, and this frustration is as a result of the fact that you're struggling and you're not finding it easy at all. I know of people legit that came here, started studying, and they gave up. Like, they gave up. Well, not just because of academic reasons, but also because of, like, they were going through a lot of stress financially, and then academically it was a whole lot, and they just said, I'm going back to my father's house. So yeah, my point is, you might be frustrated when things don't work out. You might be frustrated with your grades. Like, you might be putting a lot of effort, and then your first grade might be very bad, and then the second one might just be struggling to climb up the ladder. So my point is, it's all part of it. For example, I had my own fair share of frustration. Like, legit, I had moments when I literally broke down and started crying. I'm like, this is hard. So you might be frustrated, but I just want you to know it's fine. So just have that at the back of your mind, okay? The sixth thing no one tells you about studying in the UK is that you will learn to learn on your own. You would know how to study on your own, because here they do a lot of independent study, and I think this is mostly for masters. I can't really say for bachelor's or undergrad because I'm not doing my undergrad here, but for masters, it's a lot of independent study. I think it's because obviously you're not doing your undergrad, you're a step above the undergraduate level, so you're gonna do a lot of independent study. Your classes will just be the basic stuff, introduction, taking you through it, but then the bulk of the learning is going to be on you. So you're going to learn to study on your own, or finding ways to learn. Are you a visual learner? Do you like to read? Are you a practical learner? I don't even know if that makes sense. But point is, you will do a lot of independent study. The seventh thing no one tells you about studying here is that your lecturers would have a genuine interest in your growth and progress. I know for some of my Nigerian family, that is like weird. It's like, why is my lecturer interested in me? Like, we know how this thing goes. So, but that's not how it goes here. Well, generally, generally, that's not how it goes. They just have like a genuine interest in your growth and your progress. Sometimes you may ask a question in class, even after they've answered the question, they could still meet you and be like, oh, I hope I did justice to that question. If there's anything I did not clarify, please let me know. And sometimes if they notice you've been lagging behind in class, they could check in on you, send you an email, or talk to you in class. But my point is, they'll be genuinely interested in your growth and the plans you have for your career, and then just give you pointers on what to do, what not to do, what conferences to attend, what events to go to, how to write a proposal, lots of different things. Like, they'll genuinely be interested in you, and they would help you make progress. The eighth thing no one tells you about studying in the UK is, wait, have I mentioned you will read? Oh, I have. Okay, good. I was just checking. So yeah, that's the 8th point. You're going to read. You're going to do a lot of reading. You're going to read. I can't stop overemphasizing this, because you're going to read a lot of things. You're going to read, okay? The 9th thing no one tells you about studying here is that it is not garbage in, garbage out. You're going to be doing a lot of real life applications. So when they teach you in class, they expect you to be able to apply it in the real world. They expect you to be able to take on case studies and solve real life problems. They expect you to be able to apply all that knowledge on things that are happening in the world. Application of simple and difficult concepts. I hope that makes sense. See rhymes, Jerry. Now, the last thing and the most important thing no one tells you about studying in the UK is the fact that it gets easier once you get the hang of it. I know I may have scared you with everything I've said, especially the reading part and everything, but generally it gets easier once you're able to find how you learn, just understand the environment, and once you're able to settle in, it becomes easier. Gradually you become better at writing, gradually you become better at applying concepts, gradually you become better at writing things in your own word, doing proper research, and putting things together, making sense of different pieces of information and all of that. I don't want to just scare you. I want you to know it gets easier. When I started, it was very, very difficult for me, but I'm in a much better place right now. Like, I have made a whole lot of progress. So I'm definitely not as bad as I was when I started. So definitely it will get easier if you just stick true to the process, and if you just commit yourself to learning and adjusting what needs to be adjusted and doing your best. Okay guys, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up so other people can see the video as well. And if you have any question, drop it down in the comment section below, and I'll be there to read and reply all your questions or comments. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time guys.